Have you ever seen a less inspiring background? That is really something. I wish I could film this on photo booth so I could just have like a nice tropical beach as a background or something, but no, there you go. That's reality. In a video about being real, how real is that? Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, it always is. I haven't been finding social media that inspiring lately, and that is kind of what today's video is all about. The phenomenon that is Be Real and why I don't want to be real. I just don't. But before we get into that, you know what time it is. It's time to talk about some pretty things and thank Ana Luisa for once again sponsoring today's video. If you don't know, if you are new here, Ana Luisa are a sustainable jewelry company based just down the road from me now, actually. Did you know, guys, I live in New York now, in Brooklyn. I have been working with them for a while now, and I am always excited to receive my packages in the mail. And Luisa are offering you 10% off if you use the link in the description. You may have noticed that I'm wearing some of their, actually quite a lot of their beautiful jewelry today, and I will run you through my new pieces right now. The first couple of things I picked match, and they are giving major 90s but like grown-up 90s vibes. Like if you were a 90s kid, this is the jewelry you can wear as an adult to still fulfill that 90s desire. Yes, that is a mood ring, and it's also a mood necklace. I picked the amazing color shifting mood ring and mood necklace, and I think they're really cute. This is 14 karat gold plate. The ring especially is a really nice size. The necklace, I would say, is a bit daintier, but it's still really beautiful. Bold enough to wear it on its own, but also really good for layering, like I have done here. I've layered it with my miche necklace and just this little gold choker chain that I got in the Temple Green set, I think, from Ana Luisa. I also picked out this time round the Joey bracelet. It has a really lovely green malachite stone in the middle. Again, this is 14 karat gold on brass, and as with all of Ana Luisa's pieces, they come with a year-long guarantee. So you can buy with confidence and enjoy your jewelry for a really long time. I also picked out this bracelet because the malachite stone matches really nicely with the Michelle signet ring I already have from Ana Luisa. Yes, I told you I had quite a big collection. Ana Luisa are great because they do lots of pieces in similar styles or with similar chains or with similar stones or matching stones. So you can mix and match without being too matchy-matchy, if that's not your thing. Their prices start at just $39 and go up to higher end pieces, which I really appreciate because it means there is something at most price points. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video and supporting my work as always, and remember to click the link in the description and use my code mia.testa10 to get 10% off your next order. Okay guys, it's time to be real. I don't want to be real. Not always, not on social media at least, or the uninitiated among us. And to be honest, I doubt there's many because Be Real is everywhere at the moment. And so this explanation is probably just for my family members who watch my videos. Be Real is an app that prides itself on being almost like an antidote to social media. You get a notification once a day, you're only allowed to post once a day, and you're supposed to post within 2 minutes of receiving the notification, whatever you're doing in that moment. It takes a front-facing and a back-facing photo, so one of you, one of your environment, and you can only see what your friends have posted once you have posted your Be Real for the day. Because of those reasons, it prides itself on being the authentic social media. I guess the problem with that is that it's just not really. You can post late, which honestly, if I knew I had something cool going on later that day and I still used Be Real, I would just wait until the cool thing. You can also retake the photo, which when I used it and I was trying to, get multiple people in the front-facing picture, it happened multiple times because one of us looked bad. One of us was blinking. It was a bad angle for someone. You can just retake it as much as you want for 2 minutes until you get a decent shot, which isn't very real, if you ask me. Like most of us here, I'm sure. Or maybe not. Maybe you've stayed off the bandwagon. But I have a Be Real account. However, I stopped using it after the first week because I found it boring, and I don't think it's gonna last that long. I don't think it's gonna be the next Instagram, this kind of dominant social media platform that stays around for years. There are many reasons why I think this that I'm gonna get into, but one of them is that I think this kind of urge to be real, it's a bit of a trend, which is counterintuitive because the whole point, the whole reason for this app existing is this urge to resist the kind of mainstay of social media, which has been to showcase the best parts of your life, the best picture of yourself, or the most exciting thing you're doing. That has been the popular thing, the dominant thing for a really long time. And Be Real, I think, sees itself as this kind of radical resistance to that. But I don't think it's that radical, really. And I also think people are gonna want to get back to just sharing fun stuff kind of soon, because I, for one, find Be Real boring. I don't want to share when I am just lying in bed or watching TV or working, and I don't know who wants to see that either. I know this lack of glamour and pretense is the sole reason this app exists, but I genuinely just don't really want to see or share that kind of content because I think it's dull. And trust me, if I kept up with it, if I did it every day, my Be Real would always be dull. Always. And I don't care to have this calendar of my Be Real memories that is just cataloguing days and days and years of me looking at my computer screen or me being in bed, which is usually what I'm doing when the Be Real notification goes off. It just doesn't motivate me or inspire me when I see that notification every day to capture what I'm doing in the moment. I will get the notification and I will actively be like, well, I'm not going to do it because this is boring and I don't want to remember this. And I think in itself, even though it's resisting this urge to only capture the highlights, I think we do that for a reason, right? We tend to take photos or capture certain moments for a reason, because it's something we want to remember, because it's something important to us, because it's something we find interesting or cool. I don't want to remember most of the stuff I would share on Be Real if I used it. As a result of that, I only ever really want to post on Be Real when I have something fun or exciting going on, because they're the only memories I really want to look back on. My only desire to use the app when that's something that's happening defeats the object of the entire app. Why would I post me getting ready when I could post me at Harry Styles concert later on that day, you know? I think they try and make it more interesting as well by you not being able to see what your friends have posted until you post. I just don't really care that much. And I think, again, that's kind of buying into this whole toxic social media thing of wanting to know what everybody else is doing and comparing yourself to other people. If that really didn't matter, why would this app make it a functioning tool to get you to post? You know, you can only see what other people are doing once you've posted. That's the reward for you posting, is that you can see what your friends are up to. Like, shouldn't we be moving away from that anyway? Using social media more for ourselves than to kind of keep tabs on what other people are doing and comparing ourselves to that? I don't know. So there's point number one. I think a lot of it is actually counterintuitive and undermining its own goal to compare yourself less to others on social media by making a platform where everybody can be authentic and share what they're doing at a specific moment. And yeah, they could share a bit later, but it would say they were late. Does that dissuade them from sharing? No. That seems counterintuitive to their goal to me. Okay, another point. Maybe it's a bit of a hot take, I don't know, you'll have to let me know. I don't think sharing your highlights on social media is a bad thing. I don't care that people on social media, on Instagram, aren't posting every second of every day, because how could they be? It would be impossible to capture and also insufferable to have to endure that. You know, every time you logged onto Instagram, it's somebody doing something really boring, it's somebody doing paperwork, it's somebody on the toilet. Like, this kind of links into my point earlier about just not wanting to share the mundane all the time. Yes, there's a place for it, and I think that Instagram stories is a place for that. Something that is naturally fleeting and transitory and will be gone in 24 hours, which I know is the same with Be Real, but it's Be Real's whole thing rather than just one part of it. I personally enjoy seeing people on holiday or getting engaged. I mean, that can be kind of cringy, but I would not enjoy my entire feed being filled up with people at work doing admin. Show me your pretty views and your fun times, please. I also don't think Be Real and this whole idea of capturing one moment of your day at a specific time really counters that urge to compare yourself to other people's social media presences anyway. Seeing people living in cool places or on holiday, if you're the sort of person who compares yourself to that and that makes you feel bad, then I think you're going to end up comparing yourself to other people's Be Reals anyway. Somebody is always going to look better in their front-facing Be Real photo, or be doing something better. They might have a more interesting job than you, in your opinion, or they might not be as alone. They might have friends with them, they might have a partner, they might be with family. Even if it's just in their bedroom might look cooler. This bedroom, not a very inspiring place to make content. Shocker. Humans are going to compare themselves to other people. Humans will feel bad after doing said comparing to other people. I think if that's how you feel about social media, then that will still be how you feel about Be Real. Even if other people are doing boring things, they might be doing boring things but looking better while doing it. Comparison will always happen. I don't think Be Real completely does away with that. Even in mundanity, people are still going to be doing something better than you are. And if you're prone to comparison, Be Real isn't going to solve that for you. The next point is something that I think has been highlighted already quite a lot on social media, which is that it could be a security issue. And I'm not just talking about people like posting Be Reals and spilling trade secrets. That's something I've seen a lot about online. Yes, there is that. Yes, that could probably lead people to get in some trouble. But also, I think there are other security issues with it. I understand that most people do have a smaller circle on Be Real than they do on other social medias, which, you know, not very real of you guys. The philosophy of Be Real itself kind of demands that you post your everyday life at any given moment. And that means that you're railing against the curated nature of other social media platforms. To me, surely that's a safety concern, because it's prompting people to be less cautious and less aware of what they share online. To me, that attitude could lead some people into a little bit of complacency. It could lead people to post identifying information about their location. The nature of posting every day, I guess, allows patterns to be seen in where people are and what people do, which makes them more easily traceable. Maybe this is just me, like, going off on one. I do understand that most people have smaller circles on Be Real, but I don't know if this sense of complacency with what we share should be encouraged. I think if anything, we should be more cautious. And at least when social media is curated, we are actively thinking about what we're sharing. Another issue I have with Be Real is just the pressure it places on you to post every day, which I don't think is in itself a healthy social media habit. Very few people, unless they are full-time professional influencers, post on Instagram every day. Yes, they probably spend more time on the app, just mindlessly scrolling. Guilty. So I guess in that sense, Be Real is kind of like one and done. You post, you look at your friends' content, you're kind of out of there. But I don't know if that pressure, that inherent pressure that the app puts on you with that alert every day, it's time to be real, with the little like yellow warning emojis. And again, that idea that you can only unlock your friends' content once you've posted. I don't know if that's a healthy way to do social media. I shouldn't have to post every day because I don't want to. And that isn't something that I feel a pressure to do with Instagram. Other social media platforms are not daily bombardments of us sharing and us consuming other people's lives. And I think that's a better way to be. Something kind of related to this whole Be Real phenomenon and this desire to be more authentic on social media is the photo dump trend. You've seen a photo dump, you've probably shared one, me too. And I'm not as mad at the photo dump as I am with Be Real, because usually I feel like people are doing like a photo dump. By the way, the phrase photo dump is so cringe to me, I hate saying it. Sorry if it also kind of disgusts you, but at least when people are photo dumping, oh god, that's even worse, it's usually over a longer period. It's usually like September dump or my holiday dump. It was really bad. I was at the buffet. Did I just make a poo joke? Did I really do that? I think I did. But at least photo dumps it's just a collection of what's been going on in someone's life usually. Sometimes it's just random pictures of like flowers on the street or a funny road sign, you know. I think there's more humour to them, and it means maybe that actually people are posting less on Instagram. I remember when I was a teenager and you could only post one Instagram picture at a time. You couldn't post these kind of photo carousels. I posted way more, and maybe that was because I was a teenager and I cared more about like looking cool or sharing things on social media, I don't know. But yeah, I think this ability now to upload loads of pictures at once and just kind of get out the way, I think genuinely does make us spend less time on the app, at least creating content or putting content out there. Still in a way that's curated, in a way because it's going to appear on your Instagram feed. It's not going to go away like stories do or like a Be Real does, but also encourages posting less, I guess. So in that way, I think is preferable to Be Real for me. However, I honestly think the photo dump trend has been co-opted by cool artsy people as a way for them to appear really uncaring about their social media presence. I don't care what I post. I don't care about my Instagram feed. And I don't think that's true, because you care a little bit, right? Like if you're sharing that on Instagram, you care a little bit. I do feel that people maybe think they are more authentic and raw and less curated than they actually are. Don't let an artsy photo dump make you feel bad, because that person knew what they were doing. They put thought into that. It might seem like they're really artsy and cool and unfiltered, but they can. I think it's honestly been a trend on social media in recent years to be more authentic, to be real. And in itself, the fact that's a trend, to me, is not authentic. The fact it's kind of become something that's adopted by culture and probably will pass again in a few years. And I think a lot of people who do it are playing into the trend, playing into other people posting these photo dumps and crying on main. Fair enough. I don't think it is as authentic as it seems. By the way, did we like the fauxthenticity line I got in the title. I came up with that myself. Very proud. It doesn't quite work because it changes the pronunciation of authenticity, but I thought it was close enough. I thought it was funny. I hope you appreciate. I don't know where this is going. I'm just rambling now. Very authentic of me. But yeah, those are some thoughts, feelings and opinions on Be Real, social media realness, photo dumps, and this kind of fauxthenticity. Thank you for watching, as always. Remember to click the link in the description to get 10% off your next Anna Louisa order. And I will see you in the next one. Or over on Instagram, where I am being so real. But not on Be Real itself, because it's boring. Okay, I'm gonna go now.